everybody. My name is Fumi from Beth Media, and I welcome you to day 91 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. There are 9 more days to go, and today we will be solving some practice questions. Some weeks back, we had practice question 1 and 2, so today will be the third installment of solving some of your questions. It's day 91 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 91. Today is a very exciting day. We've been doing flags for the past 9 days. So I was like, let's take a breath. Let's take a breather and let's solve some simple Python question. So we've done practice questions 1 and 2. I can't remember the date, but we did that, I think day 70 or so. So today let's have practice question 3, and tomorrow we'll have practice question 4. So today I will be solving 3 questions. They are simple, basic questions. So the first thing is that you want to write a program that counts how many numbers are between 1 and 1,000 that are divisible by both 7 and 11. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 1,000 divisible by 7 and 11 without remainder, completely divisible by 7 and 11. So the first thing that we want to do, since we want to count the number of numbers, since we want to count how many numbers, I'll first initialize a count. This would hold all the total count. And then I would use a for loop, and I would use a range function because I want to go from 1 to 1001. And I'm going to 1001 because I want to include 1000 in my iteration. So I have for number in range 1 to 1001. And then I will then have a check to check if it's divisible by both 7 and 11. And if you have been following that tutorial so far, you already know how to solve it. You should already just know how to solve it because we have done a lot of questions that has to do with if something is divisible by something or the rest. We did it in the Fizzbox tutorial. If you have not checked out the Fizzbox tutorial, you should also do so. So I have my if statement. So it's going to go between each number and it's going to check, is that number divisible by 7? If it's yes, it checks again. If it is divisible by 11, if both are yes, then I want to increase this count. We have here that count is equal to 0. So then I would have count plus and equal to 1. So every time it finds a number between 1 and 1000 that is divisible by both 7 and 11, it adds 1 to our count that we initialized there. And then I want to print out count. So I want to print out this final count. And then I would have my print statement. And then when I run this, we have that the number between 1 and 1000 that is divisible by both 7 and 11 is 12. So this is a simple way to approach this problem. So the next question is then we want to write a program that merges two dictionary if a key exists in both and then it sums their value. So see, I have two dictionary. I want to check if a key exists in both the dictionary and then I want to sum up the value. So let's have my two dictionaries. See, we have an example here. Look at the example. We have 110 and we have 220 and we have 230. So when I merge them, we'd have a 110. We don't have any one in the second dictionary. But see here, we have 220. This is the key value. Our key is 2, the value is 20. And here we have our key is 2, the value is 30. So that means I have to sum them together. So I would have 250. And you see, we have 340. We don't have a 3 here, and that stays the same. So let's have our example dictionary. So these are both our dictionary that I want to sum. So first, I want to create a copy of my first dictionary. If you have not watched the video on copy, you should do that. We talked about deep and shallow copy and the rest like that. So I'll create a copy of my first dictionary. I will have the variable name dict equals to dict1 dot copy. And now I want to iterate through the second dictionary, the dict2. And then I want to check if the key exists in my new copy, and then if it exists, I then want to sum up the value. So I'm checking the key. If the key exists, sum up the value. Otherwise, just add the key value pair to the merge dictionary. So I'd have my for loop that iterates through the second dictionary and does this check. I hope you're following. So it iterates through the second dictionary. If the key exists in my new copy, it sums the value like we have here. And if the key doesn't exist, then it just like adds it up. And then when we print our merge dictionary, we should have a dictionary that contains both the values in the first and the second dictionary. And if there's one that shares the key, the values will be summed up together. And see, we have it here. So you see 2 and 2 appears. We sum up 20 and 30, and then we have 50, while the rest stays the same because they do not appear. So this next one is that we want to create a dictionary where the keys are a number from 1 to 5 and the values are the square of the keys. So you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as our key, and you see our value is 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25, which are what? Which are squares of our key. There are two methods to solve this. First, we can just have our normal for loop, or we can use a dictionary comprehension. Dictionary comprehension, we spoke about that on day 80. I remember that one. Set and dictionary comprehension. So first, let me show you if you use a for loop. So I first have my dictionary. This will be my new dictionary that would hold the square. And then you see between the numbers 1 to 5, I would use my range, and then my range will be from 1 to 6. So for number in range 1 to 6. And then I will then square it. So my square dict loop will then be the number here that I'm doing between 1 to 5, and then it's then going to be equal to number and square of that number. Let me show you. So square dict. So it is square dict loop. This is our new dictionary. Is going to be number. This number is then equal to number to the power of 2. So we're taking each number here, 1 to the power of 2. So 1 equals to 1, 2 equals to 4, 3 equals to 9, and so on and so forth. And then I will then print my new dictionary, which is my square dict loop. And we'll see that we'll get our key and value, which are the value, and then the key is the key is 1 to 5, and then the value is then the square of that key. You can also use a simple dictionary comprehension. So I'd have my squares is equal to, and then I have my dictionary, and then inside I would have num, and then what is num that I want to do? I want to have num square, and then where do I want to have this? For num in the range of 1 to 6, and that is it. And then I print out my square. So I'm saying that I want to go through 1 to 6, and what is num? That is the for num in 1 to 6, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the value is then the square in this range. And then when I print my squares, I should get my key and value pairs, that is the number and the square of the number. So this is a simple questions that we've solved. Let me know if you have more questions. Don't worry, we'll get back to Flax, but take a break today and solve some simple Python questions. That is it for this video. Do not forget to subscribe, to like, and leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, the link to the Jupyter notebook is in the description. See you tomorrow.